time that I fall, divine, remembering. Holding on too tight, trying till I might tire from the fight, divine, surrendering. Divine, surrendering. Divine, surrendering. Divine, surrendering. Divine, surrendering. Safe to surrender now. Safe to remember how. Safe to surrender now. Safe to remember how. I release what is not meant for me. I believe what's meant for me will be for me. Feeling in the dark, crawling till I walk. Each time that I fall, divine, remembering. Holding on too tight, trying till I might tire from the fight, divine, surrendering. Divine, surrendering. Divine, surrendering. Divine, surrendering. Divine, surrendering. Take me back home again. I'm walking alone again.
Evening, everybody. Are we all right? How we doing? Hello. Hello. So nice to see you. I feel like it's been like forever. Can't believe that absolute nightmare
How are you feeling now? You all better?
Well, I'm getting there. I'm still coughing. It's definitely better than it was. Still, my appetite's still a bit low. My energy's still a little bit affected, but
Yeah.
it's been really nasty. Like I think Stacey was saying she's had it as well, and
Mm,
yeah, I haven't had anything like that for a long time. Like it's probably, I think it's 2 years since I've had a cold, so
right.
it's been yeah big, but.
Yeah. It's made your hair go blonde as well.
No, I thought like last week I went to get my dreads done and I thought I felt so crap and I thought, do you know, I'm gonna have a change. I feel ready for a change.
Yeah. Yeah.
Old energy and yeah, get some newbies in.
It
Ready.
is a stonker. Honestly, I'm still full of it, to be honest.
You've been, yeah, I mean, I'm still a bit bunged up. I've been taking, did you manage to get some of that graphis stuff, Stacey? Because
I've ordered some, but I've got Moulin as well, made by the same company. So I've been taking the Moulin, which is good, for your chest and stuff.
yeah, yeah,
But honestly, it's just I
yeah,
think it's because I've got chronic fatigue and ME. It's just floored
yeah.
me.
It's definitely been an energy thing as well because I have like
Yeah,
really affected my energy too. So, it's very rare that in fact, it's very rare I get a cough. So it's been, like it's been really brutal on my system. But I think with doing the cleanse and stuff as well, obviously when you're cleansing, your system can be a bit lower. And my son had been round, the baby had been round, they're full of it. And, I think you're just a little bit, obviously just a bit run down and vulnerable. And yeah, it just got me. So I got a double cleanse. But I was just saying, I must be the only person on the planet, right, that could do a cleanse for a week, get flu for a week, and put 4 pound on. I've actually put on weight. I'm like, literally, I am not of this earth. My body must have gone into like, hey, up, we're starving. Hold everything on. Like, shit, I have not lost a pound, all that suffering. I've not lost a bloody ounce if I had to put it on. So, but it was so nice to see a lot of you had a really, quite a good experience and yeah, kind of had some good results. Hi, Sandra. Nice to see
Hello.
you.
Oh
Hello.
yeah.
All right. Yeah. So anyway, I thought tonight, since I'm recovered, yeah, recovering probably, but I do feel okay. But what I thought we'd do tonight is just have a really nice chilled out session. And really what I want to do, because we've just been covering it in yoga, is I want to do a session on relaxation, like not just like relaxation, but deep relaxation and the benefits of that. And I know that one of the habits of Ayurveda is meditation. So that is like daily meditation. But I want to just go into a little bit about, and probably as we go forwards, I think with in the container, in the sanctuary, a little bit about different areas of women's lives and why often we don't do the things that we know we're meant to do, because things like relaxation, to take the 20 minutes a day to lay down and have a full relaxation, can be one of the things that definitely goes out the window when when things get busy. And yet it can be like I'm going to share some of the benefits of it, is like profound. So I thought I'd go into that a little bit and yeah, just look at, again, we've got this full moon coming up this week as well, which is a full moon in Libra. It's all about balance and, we're doing all the things. And then, and as we go into spring and summer, obviously things can get a bit busier still. So yeah, so we're going to do a little bit on that. I wanted to share some though, because this little combination of words, which was so lovely, and it's the combination of words is amore fate, and it means to be in love with your destiny. Nothing to do with anything tonight, but I just thought it was such a nice little combination of words, and I thought it was really sweet. And another thing that happened, so yeah, there's been loads of stuff going on. I decided that I wanted to call my yoga training the Wild Feminine Yoga Method. And so during the week that I got ill, and I think this is probably what kicked it off, I decided, I decided that I was gonna trademark it because I thought it's kind of like, it's like a combination of words, but it is a thing. And, I've heard of other people having stuff going on. So I thought, right, I'm going to trademark it. So I put it in, it was 170 quid, went to trademark it. And then within a week of me applying it and sending the thing in, I got a message from a woman saying, I have trademarked the words wild feminine, and if you continue using them, you'll be like literally, there will be a legal thing to that. I was
I had
like,
that with my business, but I managed to keep the name by putting by Stacey on it on the end. But there's
right.
certain things like clothing I can't do.
So yeah, absolutely. So I
I've
had a,
done everything else, like training, everything, but I
yeah,
can't do clothing.
yeah. And then I went into my full rebel mode of how dare somebody tell me that I can't use words that I've been using since 2018? How dare they? And but then obviously once you put it out there, you're not under the radar anymore. And I didn't know. And anyway, so I had a bit of a meltdown, bit of a wonky week, what with everything else. And then I've decided to go with actually embodied feminine because embodied feminine yoga method because it feels more grounded in me. So yes, if you things might change a bit, and I'm still catching up with all of that as well. So yeah, I've had loads going on, but interesting that, and I'm sure other people might have had stuff going on, that it was in the week of the cleanse because it was like bloody hell, that spring renewal. It was like fresh beginnings, new starts, and all of that stuff. And how, on so many different levels, even though, and I know a few people said it, when they're cleansing, it's not just on a physical level, it can be on every single level of your life, and so yeah, I think there was quite a bit, obviously my business needed to have a spring cleanse as well, so we've been cleansed on all levels over here. So yeah, that being said, we're going to go into, I thought we might have a nice anointing ritual because that's always quite nice and grounding. So I thought we'd do that first. And then I'm going to take you into a river of remembrance meditation. And then, yeah, we'll go into the theme, which is return to balance. And then I'd like to do a little bit of journaling because we didn't complete the cleanse and we didn't finish, we didn't have that chance to be together to do that. I thought it might be nice just to do a little bit around that as well, a little bit of reflection. Ree, you are glowing over there. Look at you.
Really?
You're all shiny. You look
Oh, must
lovely.
be the light.
Look
But
gorgeous.
thank you.
Oh, so nice. So yeah, and yeah, so we'll go into a little bit of this, and like I said, I'd like to have a little look at deep relaxation and what yeah, I know I felt the same. Like, how can you even trademark words? Crazy, two words together. It's bloody mental, isn't it? This nowadays, it's just balmy. So, and it wasn't even I was using it as a whole phrase, like it was a whole thing. So anyway, I ain't trademarking anything else. Fuck it. I'm just gonna go under the radar. Just keep doing it till I get caught. My usual method, which has worked up till now. All right, so I'm going to light a candle for you all. I've just got a lovely, smelly, gorgeous candle, so I'm going to light that for us all. So nice. And yeah, welcome back to the madness, girls. Welcome back to the madness. So, so if you've got some oil, and I found this lovely track as well, which I'm going to put on because it's so pretty. Oh, thank you for that. Yeah, embodied feminine. It feels nice. That I actually quite like it. So once I got my head around having a little meltdown, I kind of thought, yeah, well, actually, I think I quite like that. Probably like it a bit better. Anyway, I've been well feminine for a long time. It's probably time for a change. And wild feels, I always think when I feel into words, wild feels quite up there and out there. And I might have said before, but before I was Wild Woman Academy, I was actually, my business is called Radiant Woman. And I loved that for a while. And then I went into perimenopause, and I'm like, I do not feel fucking radiant. I absolutely do not feel radiant. None of this is aligning. I feel fucking wild. And that's when I changed it all to Wild Woman Academy, because I was so mental. So yeah, so embodied feels good. It feels like they're coming down again, the other side of the wild ride of perimenopause. So it's all good. All right, so just bring in your oil in, and you can use any oil for this. I've got a nice Sacred Roots blend actually, which I'll put into the group as well, which you can have a play with. So we're going to start off at the root. So you might want to just take a little bit of oil to your feet. And we'll just start with a nice little foot massage just to get us in the room. So I don't think there's anybody in tonight. I don't know if there is anyone in tonight that had really profound shifts in their cleansing. How did everyone else do? Did you all have a good? Yeah. Right. I'll tell you what else I've been doing, meant to say. Found this World Books thing where you can scan your books and sell them. Yeah, I've been doing that. I've made 100 quid. I've only cleared 2 shelves. I've got like 3 bookcases to do. I'll be going on holiday. All right, so just massaging your feet, and a lovely affirmation with this. I am safe, grounded, and deeply connected to Mother Earth. I'm safe, grounded, and deeply connected to Mother Earth. So you can take a nice deep breath in there. And then gently release the breath through the mouth as you just start to arrive into the body. I'm going to come down to the second energy center in the lower belly. And again, just connecting to the body. I've got a right belly of wisdom over here now. Since my weight gain on my cleanse. And so yeah, so coming down to sacral chakra Svadhisthana. This energy center actually is also called the sacred home of myself. So it's like a lovely centered place within. And the affirmation, I embrace pleasure, creativity, and the sacred flow of life within me. So I embrace pleasure, creativity, and the sacred flow of life within me. And then just taking a nice deep breath, just really connecting down into that center. And releasing the breath through the mouth. And we're going to move to the solar plexus center, Manipura. And this center is also called the City of Jewels, or the gathering place of the sun. So just allowing your awareness to move into this lovely energy center. I'd like to do something with chakras, actually. I think we might do that this year, because I'd like to just go into this a little bit more. Yeah, so moving into that solar plexus chakra is really center of power and confidence and our radiance within. And so the affirmation, I stand in my power, confident and radiant with divine purpose. I stand in my power, confident and radiant with divine purpose. And then just taking a nice deep breath into that energy center, just imagining that lovely sunshine in your belly. And then releasing the breath through the mouth. And then come into the heart, center of the chest there. And the Anahata center, Anahata is the word, it means unstruck. And it means she who needs nothing to make her sing. So this beautiful energy center that is the never changing, always constant. As we drop into heart, I'm open to love, giving and receiving with grace and compassion. I'm open to love, giving and receiving with grace and compassion. And taking a nice deep breath in there. And again, releasing the breath through the mouth. And then move into the throat, Vishuddha. And the Vishuddha center, the meaning here means especially pure. The element of ether, spacious, all about our voice and our speaking our truth. And so the affirmation here, I speak my truth with clarity, kindness, and authenticity. I speak my truth with clarity, kindness, and authenticity. And just taking a nice deep breath there. Release the breath through the mouth. And as we move to third eye, Ajna center at the center of the forehead. And the center of intuition, this center is actually paired with the sacral chakra. These two are very much related to the moon energy as well, to the moon. And the affirmation, I trust my intuition and inner wisdom guided by the light within. I trust my intuition and inner wisdom guided by the light within. Taking a nice deep breath in there. And just gently releasing the breath. And then we'll come over the crown of the head. And again, you might want to just pop your oil on the top. I might want to just have a little swish over the top, just connecting to the crown. I'm one with the universe, open to divine connection and spiritual awakening. I'm one with the universe, open to divine connection and spiritual awakening. I just want you to just gently turn the palms up and just have a moment to close your eyes and imagine a beautiful full moon at the moment and the silver light of the moon. This lovely Libra moon, all about harmony and balance, beauty and reflection. And as we guide that light down, just bringing it down over the crown of the head and just bathing each energy center with this silver light of the moon. Down through the throat, through the heart, through the solar plexus, and the lower belly, and then all the way down to the earth. And you might like to just turn the palms down onto your thighs. And again, just gently closing down the eyes. Hi, Sarah. Just allowing your awareness to drop down and in. I'm going to go through this lovely river of remembrance meditation. So bathed in your lovely essence of oil, whatever that was for you, whichever one you used, and the gentle vibration of that. So just gently closing your eyes and just allowing your body to settle in, land, and just feel the weight of you held by the ground beneath. And as we begin to just let go of our day, there's nothing to hold right now, nothing to carry. Just a quiet invitation to be. And your awareness through the back of the body. Aware of the back of the head, down through the spine, down into the hips, the legs, the feet. And just let yourself feel supported. As if the earth is not just beneath you, but it's holding you. She's holding you. Just letting your jaw relax and your shoulders relax. letting go of any gripping to anything. Just letting go, surrendering. And then just bringing your awareness to your breath. Not changing it, but just noticing. Just feeling the rise and fall of the breath, just like a tide, like a rhythm, like something ancient. Now imagine beneath you, deep within the earth, there is a slow, steady river. A river that has always been there, moving quietly, patiently, through stone and soil. This is the river of remembrance. With each exhale, just feeling yourself softening, melting, dropping, as if your body is gently sinking closer to the earth, closer to this river. And as you rest here, just begin to feel it, a subtle current, quiet pull, no rushing, no forcing. This river carries something ancient, a knowing, a memory, not in the mind, but in the body. Let yourself receive it without needing to understand, without needing to name it. Perhaps it feels warm or heavy. Perhaps it feels like coming home. This is your body remembering how to rest, remembering how to soften, and remembering that you're held. Let the earth take your weight. Let the river carry you. You no longer need to hold any tension, any holding, any effort. Gently releasing down into the earth. Let it be received. Let it be carried. And then notice what remains. A steadiness, a quiet, a sense of enoughness. You're not separate from the earth. You are part of this rhythm, this body, this remembering. Feeling this connection, this steadiness, this remembering. And as you very, very gently begin to slowly deepen your breath. And again, just feel into you, into that place that we can call home, a place within us that is never changing, it's always there. And just beginning to gently deepen your breath and allowing your awareness just to gently bubble to the surface. And you might want to just bring the palms together, maybe just gently rubbing the palms together and just feel a little bit of heat in your hands, and then maybe just placing the palms over your eyes and just letting your eyes rest into the warmth of your hands. And gently massaging over your head and your face. It feels nice to do that. And then we'll come back into our space when we're ready. How's that feel? Is that nice? Nice and chilled, relaxed. Good. Gorgeous. So I'm going to share a little bit about relaxation, and we're going to have like a proper deep relaxation tonight, like a proper full 20-minute relaxation. And I'm going to try to record one. I've got one recorded, but it's a little bit, it sounds a bit funky on it. So I'm going to try and do another one. I'm going to give you all a challenge this week to do a 20-minute relaxation every single day. So that can be when you wake up, it could be before you go to sleep at night. It might be in the afternoon if you're lucky enough to be at home. I did mine this afternoon. But I'm going to sell it to you as if we need it selling, but we actually do. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about why we do it. Now, I remember like way back when I first started doing practicing yoga, and I used to go to an Ashtanga class, and I used to leave before relaxation. I don't know if anybody else has done that. I haven't got time for this. Not got time for lie down. I'm going to leave. And then when I started doing my yoga training, my teacher training, it was a really big part of our training was relaxation, because it was a therapeutic style of yoga. So, and it was also an energy-based yoga. So relaxation was a really big part of it. And so we had to, it was part of our training, we had to do a 20-minute relaxation every day. And the thing with relaxation is, and it's probably similar with meditation as well, is that it has a cumulative effect. So the more you do it, it's not like just, right, I'm just going to have a relaxation Wednesday afternoon, going to do a little, 20-minute bit of yin, bit of relaxation, and we're all good to go. But if you actually start to do it on a regular basis, really magical things start to happen. So I'm going to challenge you all to do this every day. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about why. And then also a little bit about why we don't do it as well, maybe. So I've always said for many years, relaxation is the key to everything. And it's becoming more and more clear now that through the nervous system work that I've been doing as well, that the more regulated the nervous system is, the more connection we have got to and access the intelligence of everything that's around us, the collective intelligence, the intelligence of our inner landscape, our inner world, our feelings, our intuition. Relaxation and meditation together really help us to tap into it. Now, relaxation and meditation are different. So when we meditate, often we're sitting up, and what happens when we're meditating is where the energy is kind of moving up. It's an active process, is meditation. Whereas when we're relaxing in deep relaxation, there is a discharge of old energy that can leave because we're laid down, and so that our energy can discharge into the earth quite well. So it's slightly different, but also it can sound counterintuitive that if I lay down for 20 minutes, I'm just going to feel tired. But actually what happens is energy in its essence, when we slow down, our energy actually speeds up. So I always find whenever I do this with a cumulative effect, I get really more creative, which can be a nightmare for me because I'm very ADHD anyway, and I am a bit overly creative in a lot of ways. So for me, a lot of times it's a case of trying to pull that back. But I do find that if I do the relaxations on a regular basis, I am steadier on so many levels, and I'm able to not react so much, and be a bit slower, and just generally just feel more at home in myself. So the one thing I would say, and I'm sure you'll agree, is the one thing that pops up for most women, myself included, is that if I relax, I feel lazy and guilty. And that is actually imprinted so deeply in our DNA. It is one of the things I think that we carry from our mothers, 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 all the way down the line. That somebody even said it to me today, I'm going to just watch Netflix all afternoon. I'm going to be really lazy. It's not lazy though. And so when we talk about being put under spells, like I have this thing that we've all been put under spells, that rest is equates to laziness, and we should feel guilty for not doing things. So I think it's one of the hardest things to kind of decondition for women in general, because we can do it for a week's okay maybe, but to do it for a month and then maybe do it for like 6 months, that can feel like, well, that's really, that's bad. But actually we end up more productive, we get more done when we do have these pockets. So I'm gonna, well, you'll see when you do it. So we treat it like a reward that we must earn. This is one of the things with relaxation, instead of the sacred daily medicine that it is. So when we start to take daily rest, it is a game changer. It literally is a game changer. It restores our nervous system, it brings our body back into balance, and it reconnects us to our inner knowing. So that intuition, that intuitive side, inside of us. And I can remember somebody saying a little phrase to me once, and it really hit me, and I thought, wow, that's the thing, to honor fatigue. How many of us do that, actually honor fatigue and say, actually, I'm tired and I just need a break? I mean, for most of us, you just keep pushing through. I do it all the time. I had a workaholic, I always want to say alcoholic, she wasn't alcoholic, she was a workaholic mother. And that conditioning is really deep in me, just to keep pushing, keep going, keep doing, you know. So when we've been in a cleanse, I know it's a week since now, but when we've been in a cleanse, our bodies have been actually working really hard for us to clear toxins, to clean up, mop up all this shit that we're breathing in on a daily basis. And so in a way, we've kind of been in that place where our bodies have kind of cleaned out, emptied. Many of us have said they felt a bit more energized since, had a bit more energy since, felt a lot better. So now we're in a place really whereby we might have been able to see a lot of our patterns. We might have been able to see, and we may have broken some of them and we may not, but we may have been able to see them more clearly when we kind of take away the kind of food focus and we make it just a lot simpler. So we might have been able to see a few things that maybe we've been doing that maybe haven't been as helpful as we wanted them, might want them to be. So we're now in a place where we've cleared this amber, this toxin, this toxic residue, and now sleeping. Yeah, that's it. So the sleep, I think a few people have said the sleep has been better actually as well since they've been doing it. So I want to look at the word nourishment and really how because Ayurveda is all about nourishment. Really, that's the root of it all, is to really be able to to truly nourish ourselves. And so once we've had the clear out, we've had that nice cleanse, now it's time to actually put some good stuff back in and come back to this place of what is my kind of connection with nourishment. And nourishment in itself comes from mother energy. So if we didn't have mothers that were nourishing, then that connection to nourishment can feel a bit off, because it's not something that we've been used to, or if we've not had that feminine line that has showed us how to, or we've had mums that have pushed through, which I'm guessing most of us probably did, because they, that is the thing. So we've got this It works really well with this Libra energy at the moment, because the Libra energy, this full moon energy that we've got this week, is all about beauty, balance and reflection. And it is also about a relationship with ourselves. And I always say, like, the most important relationship we'll ever have is with ourselves. When we get that right, everything else just falls into place perfectly, or, well, imperfectly, perfectly, as we do. So we look at how we then build a relationship with nourishment, and how we can actually be able to receive nourishment, because it is all about receiving, being able to receive that nourishment for ourselves. So nourishment is not only in our food. We've already seen that warm, soft, easy digestible food is very nourishing for the system. Oil, you know, the oils, the ghee, all the stuff we've been doing. The self-massage is like the most, I think, one of the most nourishing things we can do. Has everybody got on with that? Is everyone doing a bit of self-massage at the moment? No. Oh, well, better get that on this week then. Now, even if you're not doing the full body, even if you could just do your feet just before you get in bed, just have a bit of oil at the side of the bed and just do your feet before you get in bed, just to start the process of doing it. Because I have found anyway that the self-massage is one of the most profound things that you can do for yourself when you really do it on a, you know, you do it on that daily basis. But even if you can just do your feet, it helps you to ground before bed. Again, it opens you to receive, and it kind of like, it's like, I think the thing we're receiving is we need to do it in incremental you know, steps, because I think, like the Kaizen approach, we talked about it at the beginning, it can feel quite difficult to receive, and it can feel really difficult to receive from ourselves. So body brushing, yeah, nice. Yeah, body brushing, and the oh my God, the face brushes. I need to get some of them. The soft face brushes, they look so nice. So they might be something as well. So we've had a bit of a clear out. We've I'm going to get some, definitely, and then we've got this time where spring's arrived. We've been in the, well, we've had the spring equinox. The sun is lovely at the moment. If you get out and just, again, just receive the sun, be more plant, a little bit of massage, and then a nice deep relaxation. So these few things, if we put these together, this is a really lovely, nourishing practice for us this week. So we look at and we've spoken about it a little bit, about Rasa and Ojas. Rasa being the juice of life, and Ojas being this inner shimmer, the shimmer that comes when we are full of our own light. You know, we're full of our own essence, kind of thing. This lovely idea of, yeah, that she who sources her light from within, which is, you know, really is this lovely place where we can all get to. It is accessible for all of us. And our Rasa is our inner fluid, our juiciness, and also our emotional nourishment. So again, you know, being able to be open to allowing people to support us and hold us, and also doing that for ourselves as well. So really, when we look at really honestly, we are kind of conditioned to overgive, and we're usually conditioned from being quite little to overgive, really. And so we learn from our female caregivers that women are basically taught to prioritize other people. Rest feels quite selfish. And women are generally praised for how much they carry rather than how deeply we rest. Like, who gets celebrated for having an half an hour nap in an afternoon? Nana naps. Like, I'm so loving being a nana because I can have a nana nap. I don't have a nana nap, but I could. So rest can feel like laziness, and we tie value to output. So if we're not doing, then we're not enough. It's a kind of thing that is quite linked together. So this enoughness, for many women, I would say most women I've worked with over all the years I've been doing this work, that one of the key things is I don't feel enough. I'm not enough. I'm never enough. I don't give enough. I don't do enough. And actually, we probably do way more than enough, really, most of the times. So nervous system dysregulation, most women, I would say, most people generally are dysregulated mainly. And I think we did cover a little bit about regulation and how to be in that ventral place. The sunbathing elephant, did we talk about? I think I talked about it once, yeah, about being in that sunbathing elephant, which I think is also, from the Ayurvedic lens, is actually the sattvic nature. So it's that sattvic place where we're going to swing in and out because life's us, and we do that. But generally, how quickly we come back into that more, more centered, more grounded place within us. So often, no, yeah, yoga nidra, perfect. I find yoga nidra is actually amazing for people who are ADHD. It's the one thing that I have always found with my mental brain, but yoga nidra really helps me, and it's something I can follow, and I do get that deep relaxation where you can't move. That is the depth of relaxation we're talking about, that you cannot physically move. You feel so heavy that you can't move. It's actually the equivalent of 4 hours sleep is a 20-minute yoga nidra. So it's quite amazing to do it. So busyness really is mainly distraction. It's just distraction away from things we don't want to feel, things we don't want to look at often. But stillness, finding these pockets of stillness, we have access to the truth of what we're feeling, what we know is true for us. So when we're completely busy all the time, we don't have periods of stillness, we lose rhythm, and we lose connection from cycle, from rhythm, from earth cycle as well. So we're living in these constant doing phases. I was just saying this morning about at weekend, about children in nurseries, and how even they, from that very, very early age, are getting disconnected from rhythm, completely disconnected from rhythm. And how mums are dropping babies off at 6 a.m. and not picking them up till 6 p.m. and what are we doing to ourselves? It's mad. It's madness. And no rest within all of that. So when we come back to the benefits, we've got more energy for a start off. Deep relaxation gives us definitely more energy. You get this rebound effect. It actually balances blood sugar and blood pressure. So it will lower high blood pressure. It restores the nervous system, so it brings us into regulation quite well. And it also allows us the time and space to slow down, to catch up with ourselves, just to catch up with ourselves, because there's nothing worse, and I feel it a lot, this overwhelm is it's something that we live with all the time. Everybody's living with overwhelm, I think, at the moment. So it also improves our digestion. So we know that many people suffer with digestive issues, which deep relaxation can cure just in and of itself. It relieves muscle tension and chronic pain, and it actually switches on our pain relief mechanisms. So it is a form of pain relief as well. reduces menstrual and menopausal fluctuation. So those of us that are, you know, been in peri and menopause where everything's fluctuating, it helps to balance that as well. It regulates cortisol and brings us back to ourselves, eases anxiety, depression, mental fog, and it supports deep sleep and hormonal balance. So one of the things that I think most people live with nowadays is this cortisol adrenal little cocktail. It's called the devil's cocktail. Cortisol and adrenaline together, running around the system. And yeah, it's called this devil's cocktail, which is actually poison in our systems. So by doing the things that we've been doing, and we're going to add into that some nice relaxation as well. This is going to help our body, really support our bodies to keep up with the demands. You know, that life is going to continue life in us. It's never going to be, you know, I always say that, like, you know, it's, you know, start doing all these things and you think life's going to be get all feathers and fluff. It doesn't. It gets worse, if anything. But we're gonna go through a nice slow practice tonight. I'm going to do a nice slow seated warm up. We're going to go into some nice yin postures, and then I'm going to take you into a really deep relaxation. So if you have got a blanket and an eye pillow, that would be amazing. Because we're going to go nice and deep. If you want to go to bed and do your relaxation, then you might want to do that, so you can just go straight to sleep. And you might want a little a bolster, maybe some cushions and softness, just something nice and cozy for you. So I'm gonna just move my camera around a bit so hopefully you can see, and I'm gonna put my big light on. And then we're going to go through a nice relaxing session. So hopefully, just put that on, and hopefully that isn't too loud, and it's just hopefully will be nice and soothing. You might want to pin my screen, and that will help you be able to see a bit better. And I'm just going to have to move, I think, yeah, go get a pee. Yeah, that's all right. We've got time to do that. If you need a pee break. I'm going to put the light on as well so you can see a bit better. Hopefully you can see that all right and hear me all right. I'm just going to grab my blanket as well. Can everyone see okay? Yeah, gather some stuff. Yeah, definitely get your tight jeans off, definitely. Now I'm going to sit here, and if you want to be on a bolster, you know, just grab what you need. In fact, I'll have a bolster as well, actually, I think. So we're going to start off with a nice seated warm up, and then we'll go into a couple of nice yin style postures. So just getting yourself nice and comfy, and like I say, you can sit or you can kneel or whatever you like. And we're going to begin with what's called a Sufi grind. So we're just going to start a really slow circling movement around our base. It's really gentle and slow. Now you can close your eyes if you want to as well. And I quite like to just feel as I'm going around. This is also activating root chakra here as well. The gentle Sufi grinds. And then you might like to just move in the opposite direction as well. Just easing out the hips and the lower back. We're just going nice and slow. And just catch up whenever you're ready. You've got all your kit and caboodle together. All right, so again, we're just inviting that slowness. There's no rush, no push, no hustle. Nice and slow. And then we can just gently reverse that circle. Nice and slow, just really easing. And when we move in this slow way, we're just starting to send a signal to our nervous system that we are really wanting to slow everything down. There's nothing that is a threat. Just applying this nice, gentle movement. Again, really inviting this sense of nourishment. Oh, I forgot to do some journaling. I'll send you some journal prompts though, so you can do some as well. All right, and then just coming back to center, just give yourself a little wriggle. Now I'm going to just take a gentle side bend. So I'm just going to, again, just really open up the sideways. You can just let the arm reach nicely. And then we're just going to gently flow from side to side. So again, just letting the rib cage open. This is said to be, the rib cage is said to be the filing cabinet of our lives. So we can hold a lot of stuff around the rib cage and around the diaphragm area. So we're going to just work a little bit around there. Again, just post cleanse, just supporting the body to release any old stagnant stuff. So in breath as you come through center, and then out breath into the stretch. Just letting your body gently open and receive. Lovely. And then coming back to center, we're going to just bring the hands on the knees. Now we're going to do a bit of a seated cat. So if you can imagine this cat pose, we're going to draw the navel back towards the spine, let the head drop in. And then we're going to lift and open the chest, let the head lift slightly. So again, just opening up the throat a little bit there with the in-breath. And then out-breath to round in. And in-breath, gently opening. Out-breath, gently closing. And then coming back into center, so we're going to take the arms overhead. So we're going to take a nice stretch and really extend up through the spine, and then we're going to gently turn towards the right side, left side, and we're just going to take a twist. So if you just give the head, if you can, just to look over that shoulder, and then in breath as you bring the arms overhead, just stretching through the spine, and then out breath again to gently twist. So just bringing that movement into the spine, in breath, over the center, and then again out breath to twist. So just gently moving, nice and slow, so we're not rushing or pushing or forcing. Just sending a signal to the body that we love it, love our body, we're being kind. Lovely. And then coming back into center, just stretching up through the spine. You can just clasp the fingers if you want to, and again just have a lovely stretch, and then releasing the hands. We're going to come onto all fours, so let's move into a little bit of cat and a little bit of toe stretch as well. So bringing the hands underneath the shoulders, now tuck the toes under. And just take the weight back to give your toes a little stretch. In breath to come up onto all fours again. And again, out breath. Now we're going to move into sassy cat. So just gently circling, rounding, making that figure of 8, but just whatever feels like you are nourishing yourself. And there's a lovely affirmation with this. I soften, I receive, I allow life to meet me. I soften, I receive, I allow life to meet me. Just really feeling into those movements as nourishing the spine, the belly, the digestive organs, all nice and slow. And just have that lovely relationship with your body so that you are aware of where your body's holding tension. And this is quite like the word, like buzzword at the moment is somatic. Somatic means of the body. Just moving the body in a way that feels good and feels nourishing. So again, we're just in that place of receiving our own nourishment. And then from here, we're going to move into, it's actually called ancestral pose. So we're going to take the knees wide and bring the big toes together and just gently drop the weight back towards the heels. Now, if your knees are not liking that, you can come onto your back and bring the knees into the chest. I'm going to use a bolster for this because I quite like the extra stretch up into the shoulders. So I'm going to rest my forearms onto the bolster and I'm going to bring my forehead onto the bolster as well. And just let my chest drop in between. I'm just finding that place. This is the embodiment story of this pose is she who bows to the line before her. And there's a lovely story that goes with this as well, which I'm going to share because it seems quite apt. So as you hold there, again, just being in that lovely place, she who bows to the line behind her. And the story is also is called The Woman Who Bowed to the Ones Who Couldn't. There was once a woman who carried a long line of stories in her spine. Some were hers and many were not. Some belonged to grandmothers who had had to stay silent, some to mothers who never got to rest, and some to daughters who had to run. One day she stopped running. She knelt, she bowed, and in that moment her forehead pressed to the earth, not in despair, but in a prayer for all those who came before her. She whispered, "This breath is for you. This stillness is for you. This softness is what you never got to have." And the earth heard her, and the line behind her softened, and the future within her was set free. So a closing whisper for this posture. I bow for my bloodline. I bow for myself. I rest not in weakness, but in devotion. Let this posture be a prayer. Let my breath be the offering. And let the earth hold what I no longer need to carry. So taking your last 3 breaths there. And we're going to come up nice and slow. And again, just coming back into your sassy cat. So just gently blow through the spine. And then we're going to come onto our back and I'm going to move into a posture, it's called supine pigeon, but It can also, I think it's also sometimes called thread the needle. So we're going to come onto our back, and I'm just going to use a block actually under my head. And if you want a pillow under your head, you can do that as well. Okay, hopefully you can hear me all right. I'm gonna put my feet on the bolster to start with, and then I'm going to take my right heel, right ankle. I'm just going to take it across my left knee. So it's like a bit in a figure of four kind of thing. So I'm looking for a stretch to the outer right hip. So I'm going to take my foot off the bolster now, and I'm just going to draw that leg in a little bit towards me. I'm hoping you can see that all right. I think it's called thread the needle. One variation of that anyway. Now, if you feel that you can take the hands and just clasp the fingers to the back of the left leg and draw that in towards you. And you might feel that stretch a little deeper into the outer hip. So again, the hips are very interesting areas of our body. They can hold a lot of stuff that is unprocessed. And so this outer hip can feel really tight. So just been aware of that, if that's the case for you. So we're just going to hold and breathe, and again, just give the body the signal that we're being kind, we're nourishing, and we're just giving it a little bit of time and space. And if you can, just connecting into the breath and letting the breath be steady. And gently releasing, just nice and slowly. You can bring the feet back onto the bolster, and we'll just take a little windshield wiper, just taking the knees gently side to side. Just releasing the hips. This is quite nice also for the nervous system and the spine as well. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. So we're going to bring the left ankle across the right knee to start with. And that might be enough for you, and that's okay. Just be really in relationship with your own body. So just working with whatever feels good for you. Now we're going to, if you want to take it a bit deeper, I'm going to bring the right leg off. So just bring that knee in a little bit. And you can clasp the hands to the back and extend that leg up in the air. Again, just being aware of where you need to be, just to feel that sensation. So the sensation tends to be in the outer left hip now. And then once you've got that, that stretch, you can just very gently connect into your breath. Again, just inviting your body to release anything that is holding in the hips, and it can feel quite tight around there. Just letting go of any stored tension. Just really having an awareness of your jaw as well, just letting your jaw release. And some affirmations here. I release what I no longer need to carry. It's safe for me to soften and make space for nourishment to flow in. So I release what I no longer need to carry. It is safe for me to soften, and I make space for nourishment to flow in. Taking your last 3 breaths there, and again we're going to just bring the feet back to either the floor or the bolster, and just gently take the knees side to side in that windshield wiper. Again, just slow. So we want everything nice and slow. And then you might want to just come to stillness for a moment. And then we're going to come up to sitting, and we're going to move into what posture called dragonfly. So you might need something underneath your bottom. I'm going to be taking the legs wide, and you might want to have, I quite like to have a bolster at the front of me for this. So if you find your pelvis is very tilted back, you might want to have a blanket underneath the back of the tailbone there. And this is so good for, it actually opens up the kidney line to the kidney meridian. And it's said that this meridian is very much connected to the divine feminine line. So it is actually associated with water element, with replenishment. So as you lean in forwards a little bit, you'll feel it usually pretty quickly. So that feeling of stretch down the inner thighs. So we want to be at what's called like an edge, so not too much, but not too little. So you want to feel it, and if you're feeling it, you're doing it. That is the thing with yin. So the medicine of this pose is deep release, surrender, and receiving. So we've got these lovely qualities with this pose. So you might want to, if you've got a bolster, just rest your head in your hands. It's quite nice to do. Again, just connecting to your breath. And just supporting with your bolster. Again, just being really aware of that river that we worked with a bit earlier, the river of remembrance. And just connecting into something deep and ancient. Let the body be heavy. And allow the earth to receive you. So just receive your weight, receive your surrendering. And then the lovely affirmations here. I open to receive. I soften into life rather than pushing against it. I'm worthy of deep nourishment. And just for the last 3 breaths, if you want to move a little deeper in, you might find the body's just melting slightly. There is nothing to do, nowhere to go. You are already enough in this moment. There's nothing to do, nowhere to go. You are already enough in this moment. And then we're going to very, very gently exit out of that pose, coming out nice and slow. Setting your spine, gently pile up again on top of each other. And again, you might want to just take that gentle swish on the knees. And then we're going to move into our relaxation now. So get yourself really, really comfy. And like I say, if you've got a blanket, an eye pillow, and, you know, just get everything that you need together. Get yourself really cozy. In fact, get yourself so cozy as if you were setting this place up for someone else. We always do it better for someone else, don't we? Imagine that you're setting up that place for the most favourite person, which is you. Give yourselves a little wiggle around. We're going to go into some tensing and tightening to start with. And so, yeah, just get yourself covered and settled, and you might want to turn your lights off and just get yourself nice and settled in to just really to receive. So really receive this. Once you're settled, letting your body be connected by the earth, and just feel into different parts of your body that are in contact with the ground beneath. To be aware of your heels, the backs of the legs, the buttocks, the shoulder blade, the backs of the arms, back of the head. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose and then just release it out through the mouth, maybe with a sigh, and just allow a little bit more weight to drop into those points of contact. And again, breathing in through the nose and release the breath through the mouth, just letting your body soften and slow down. Once you bring your awareness down to your feet, I'm going to just gently point the toes away and stretch through the front of the legs, just holding that tension for a moment. Take a breath in. And then as you breathe out, just letting the legs soften and relax. I'm going to flex the feet, draw a little bit of tension into the feet. Again, hold that tension right up through the legs, pull up the kneecaps, tighten the quads, hold for a second, take a breath in. And then as you breathe out, let it all release and relax. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to point the toes away, just feeling that stretch through the front of the legs, breathing in, point as much as you can. And then as you breathe out, letting the legs relax and release. Flex the feet again, hold that tension as you draw the kneecaps, tighten the quads and the buttocks, hold, breathe in. And as you breathe out, let the legs gently relax. I'm aware of the buttocks and just tighten, squeeze the buttocks together, draw your pelvic floor in a little, create a little bit of tension, gather that tension to the center of the pelvic bowl, take a breath in, and then as you breathe out, relax and release the whole of the pelvis again. And again, squeeze the buttocks together, draw the pelvic floor, gather the energy as if you're pulling it all into the center of your belly. Hold, take a breath in, and as you breathe out, let everything release and relax again. We're going to press the lower back down into the floor. And again, just feel the lower back pressing down, holding that tension in the belly, breathing in. And as you breathe out, release and relax. And again, press the lower back down into the floor, hold that tension, breathe in. And as you breathe out, release. Squeeze the shoulder blades together now and just lift the chest slightly. So just get a little arc on the chest. Take a nice deep breath into that space. And then breathe out, relax and release the shoulders. Relax the breath, relax the belly. Again, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift the chest, squeeze, breathe in. And as you breathe out, let the whole of the back release and relax. And then raising both arms off the floor, make a fist in each hand. Hold that tension. Hunch the shoulders up towards your ears. Breathe in. And then as you breathe out, spread the fingers really wide. Push the shoulders away from your ears and let the arms relax by your side. And again, make a fist in each hand. Lift the arms. Gently push the shoulders down, away from the ears. Spread the fingers, and as you breathe out, let the arms relax and release. And gently rock the head from side to side, releasing and relaxing the neck. And then bring the chin in towards the chest slightly and just lift the head a little, holding that tension in the neck. Breathe in. And then breathe out, let the head relax and release. Neck softening. Then I'm going to gently squeeze your face. Just make the face tense and tight. Squeeze up the nose, the eyes, the mouth. Breathing in. And as you breathe out, let the whole of the face soften. You might want to open the mouth, give the tongue a little wiggle, and relax. And again, squeeze the face, make it tense and tight. Breathing in. And then breathing out, letting the face completely relax. Become aware of your breath. Again, just feeling your breath as it moves gently in and out of your body without any effort. And as you bring your awareness now again down to the feet, being aware of all of your toes, sole of each foot, the top of each foot, and both ankles. And imagine a sense of warmth and relaxation, just gently entering the feet, easing and soothing any tension, any tightness. Both feet warm and relaxed. Warmth and relaxation flows into the lower legs, around the shins, the calves, and into the knees. Easing and soothing any tension and tightness. The lower legs warm and relaxed. And that warmth and relaxation flows into the thighs, the front, the back, the outer, the inner thighs. Easing and soothing any tension, any tightness. Both legs completely relaxed. That warmth and relaxation flows into the hips, around the buttocks, around the whole of the pelvic bowl. Easing and soothing any tension, any tightness. The whole of the pelvis completely relaxed. Warmth and relaxation flows into the lower back, the mid-back, the upper back, and through the whole structure of the spine. easing and soothing any tension, any tightness. The whole of the back completely relaxed. That warmth and relaxation flows across the shoulders, down through the upper arms and elbows, to the forearms, the wrists, the hands, yes. Easing and soothing any tension, any tightness. Both arms completely relaxed. And that warmth and relaxation flows into the belly, gently nourishing the internal organs, the digestive system, the liver, the spleen, the pancreas, the gallbladder, the kidneys, the heart, the lungs, bathed in warmth and relaxation. Gently easing and soothing any tension, any tightness. The whole of the internal systems warm, completely relaxed. Warmth and relaxation flows into the neck, easing and soothing any tension, any tightness. Into the jaw, across the cheeks, around the eyes. Gently soothing the eyes themselves. Going over the forehead and the scalp, the brain, and from each strand of hair, from the roots to the tip, completely relaxed. The whole body gently entering into a state of deep rest and stillness. And gently affirming to yourself, I am nourished, I restore in softness, balance lives within me. I am nourished, I restore in softness, balance lives within me. Bring your awareness over the crown of your head. Just imagine at the crown of your head a light, the quality of sun shining through diamonds. Light gently energizing your head and your face, filling your eyes with light. Light with the radiance of the sun shining through diamonds, flowing into the neck, across the shoulders, and down the arms, hands and fingers. A light flowing down through the back of the body, through the chest and the belly, it's energizing and awakening the internal organs. Light flowing down through the arms, the hands, each finger, and through the pelvis, the thighs, the knees, lower legs, the feet and the toes filled with light energy. Imagine the organs filled with light, each cell dancing with light. As you begin to connect to your breath and beginning to gently deepen the breath, imagine that you breathe in light, the particles of light move in through the nostrils, filling the lungs with light. And as you begin to very gently bring a little movement back into fingers and into toes, and maybe stretching if it feels good. And gently rolling off onto one side, and just curling up in a little ball. And then slowly and gently then come back to sitting if we feel like we can. I'm going to bring the palms together and just gently rub the palms again together and just gently cup the palms over your eyes for a moment. I'm going to finish with a lovely reading from Donna Ashworth's book, which is called Life, and this is called Sand. We are always running out of time and we know it. So we move faster, do more, fill life to the full to make it count. And what we really should be doing is slowing down, stopping, taking in the world around us and squeezing everything out of the moment, not in. It's only when the pace settles and breaths deepen that life can truly be absorbed. We're always running out of time and we know it. So start being here now, because we do not know when the last grain of sand will drop. And you may miss the beauty of this moment. Never miss the beauty. Allowing a beautiful inner smile to rise from your beautiful heart to your beautiful eyes and back into our circle. Thank you, everybody, for your gorgeousness. And I'm going to record that relaxation. Has everybody come out of it? Joe, you're here. So hopefully you did go. Did you all enjoy that relaxation? So I'm going to record it. And your challenge this week is to do it every single day, every night if you can, and just see how you feel. I'm sure you will feel like really energized, full of energy, and it'll be lovely. So I shall see you all next week. We begin again next week, and next week, I believe, our focus for the month is going to be rising with the light. So we're going to get up a bit earlier. Just literally started getting up with the light, and then the bloody clocks have changed, and now it's gone back an hour, so it's now dark at 6 a.m. So that's changed a bit. But yeah, so we're going to be moving into that next week, and yeah, I'm going to have a look at a few different kind of conditioning things that women have. So I think we're going to go through a bit of that next month as well. These conditioned patterns that we're all in that help us resist rest. So have the best week, and I will very much look forward to seeing you all next time. Sending loads of love. I love you. Night night. Sleep well. See you soon.